In addition to Mexico, what are those other countries that you're seeing? Because you mentioned Costa Rica, you mentioned Belize. What are some of those other countries where you're seeing Americans, Texans, just absolutely love their new lifestyle down there, where it's easy to buy and they're welcome and all of
Right.
that?
So let's start with Costa Rica. Everybody knows about Costa Rica. They're very eco-friendly.
Yes.
They watch everything. They take care of their rivers and their jungles, and it's building up in pockets of Costa Rica, and the roads are getting better. In the past, it was hard to get around because the roads weren't so good. You needed a four-wheel drive. But Costa Rica's seeing a lot of people from Texas purchase, a lot of Americans there. And then I would go next to Belize.
Okay.
People love Belize because English is the first language.
Oh, okay.
So that's a good thing for a lot of people. Although I will go back to Mexico and say everybody in the Riviera Maya, everybody in Cabo speaks English.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have a time. But in Belize, the official language is English first, Spanish second, and then Creole. So.
Oh, interesting. Creole. Okay.
So you got all those factors that make it easy to dive in right now. Another thing people like about Belize is the currency. The currency is always 2 Belizean dollars to $1, where the peso fluctuates, and really everywhere around the world fluctuates. Belize is always 2 Belizean dollars
That's easy.
to $1. So if you can't divide by 2 or multiply by 2, we're in trouble.
Exactly.
So Belize is a hot spot, and the amenities aren't necessarily there yet. Internet's a little more spotty. Today, and this is about to change, today there's no golf to be played in Belize.
Okay.
So for my clients that like to play golf, including myself, not being able to play golf on vacation or retirement, that might not be the place. But the food's amazing, the culture's amazing.
I hear there's bone fishing is really popular there.
Fishing,
right?
bone fishing,
Yeah.
all fishing, throughout the Caribbean. You're catching big mahi-mahis and tunas, and that's the beauty of living down there, is all the fresh seafood. When I lived in Playa, I ate fish and shrimps and scallops and I'm going to say lobsters every day.
Right.
Because the lobsters were floating right at 50 yards out in the ocean.
Right.
I'd go down with the sphere and get 4 or 5 and bring them home and cook lobsters.
That's amazing.
Which was good. And then, let's also talk about Ecuador. A ton of people like Ecuador. Quito, Ecuador is considered the number one place for the world to retire.
Really?
Okay, super cheap, great doctors, which we haven't spoke about, medical, but like in Mexico, medical insurance when you become a resident and get your dual residency, insurance is so crazy cheap. Doctors are so crazy cheap, and everybody's worried about the doctors and are they good. Well, the majority of the doctors in Mexico went to med school in the States,
right,
and went back to serve their family and friends in paradise. So the experience with doctors is amazing. I have so many friends that go for different procedures in Mexico, and not only for a doctor, but dentistry. One of my team members is going to Mexico to get a crown. He said, for the price that I'm saving on getting a crown, I can go stay in a 5-star hotel and enjoy 4 days at plane, ride and everything for the same price.
Yeah.
So him and his wife are going and getting a crown like in a week.
Wow.
So back to Ecuador. Ecuador's an awesome place for medical, and cost of living is super cheap. I was talking to a broker in Ecuador the other day, and she had about a $300,000-$400,000 property condo, and she says, "What do you think my property taxes are for a year?" And she's a senior, so she told me she's getting a senior discount. And for those that don't know, property taxes in Mexico for $1 million house is $1,000 a year.
Dollars?
Dollars.
Oh my God.
For $1 million property.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to beat that. In Ecuador, with her senior discount, and her place was $300,000 to $400,000 in the city.
Yeah.
Her property taxes were 76 cents a year.
76 cents?
76. I said, you're kidding me. She says, no. And they expect me to pay it on time.
God.
So 76 cents for $300,000. I said, oh my God. And so, that's an option for people that are on
76 cents or 22,500 in Dallas, right? For 2.25%.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Honduras is another country that I like a bunch, especially the island of Roatan.
I've heard of Roatan, yeah.
Great for the divers.
Yeah.
You can dive there the rest of your life and not see everything.
Yeah.
And there's two neighboring islands that are just spectacular for divers.